What the hell was that? We won. That is one of the weirdest endings to a game I've ever seen. We just won. Let's freaking go, lads. And if you guys agree that it's a huge win, subscribe. We are trying to hit 56.1 thousand subscribers by the end of the day. We are 3 subscribers off. But that was a super win. An absolutely super win. There's no way we've given up a 4-point play anyway. I don't know what happened with the free throws. I don't know what happened, but it's a win. It's a win. And if you guys could leave a like on this video, that'd be greatly appreciated. If we could get to, I don't know, we're not going to get to 1,000 likes on the streams, but we can get to 500, that would be insane. But look, we're winning ugly. We're winning ugly. And that means something, I guess. We have the tiebreaker over the Storm. So if you look at the standings right now, with the Mercury obviously going to beat the Sky and the Dream winning today, we or is that count Dream? We needed to win that game. We got one ahead of the Storm here. The Mystics. So the Dream go 18-11. We go 17-12. 5 games over 500. 5-game winning streak. That's what we need. That is what we needed. Thank you, Tom, for the $10. Really appreciate it. Like, Kelsey Mitchell. I've never seen Kelsey Mitchell play this badly in my life. She hit a big shot, though. And they made a big play down the stretch to make it a 3-point game, and it went to 1. But that was a show of 2 people. That was the Natasha Howard and Sophie Cunningham show. That's what that game was. I thought Ari had a good game. 9 points, 9 assists. Aaliyah was really good in the second half. Like, what did Aaliyah end that game on? 16 points? There was a stage where Aaliyah and Kelsey only had 11 points. And then Aaliyah again steps up huge in the fourth quarter. Absolutely huge. Chloe Bibby barely played. Didn't play 2 minutes in the first half and then got put on at the end of the game. Demiris Dantas absolutely stunk. Absolutely stunk. Lexi Hall, I mean, didn't really do anything. She played a couple of minutes here and there. Sid Colson was absolutely shocking. Colson and Dantas were so bad. They were so bad. And Kelsey Mitchell, she made 2 of her last 3 shots at least. She was 1 of 13 at one stage. But yeah, for the Storm, I gotta say, Dominique Malonga is potentially could be the greatest player to ever play the sport of women's basketball. Dominique Malonga's per 36 numbers at 19 years old are like 18.5 points and nearly 13.5 rebounds. Like, her per minute rebounding numbers are Angel Reese-esque at 19. And she's not physically that strong yet. She's going to be one of the greatest players to ever play the sport. Skylar Diggins, thank you, by the way, to Skylar Diggins for missing 2 wide open threes to try tie the game. Thank you, Erica Wheeler, for missing a wide open 3 to try tie the game. Thank you, Neka Wumuke, for missing a wide open 3 to try tie the game. The Seattle Storm just missed so many wide open threes. This was survival. This was absolute survival. The Fever were up 13 points with 4 minutes to go. They were up 13 points with 4 minutes to go. Every time it looked like the Fever had the game won, they just forgot how to play basketball. Like, it looked like the Fever were going to blow the Storm out. And then they went out with a weird lineup where Demiris Dantas is guarding Malonga. Malonga's just burning her. And then instead of going faster with KK, she decided to put on Aaliyah and Dantas, and we got cooked even more. We actually went with Aaliyah, Dantas, Sid Colson, Lexi, and Sophie, and thought that lineup was going to work. And I'm like, that is the dumbest lineup you can possibly run in the third quarter. And we were up 13, and suddenly it's a 4-point game. We went up 13, then they got it back to 4. Like, it was never going to go any other way. And then we got it back out to 13 again, and it just went badly. It just went bad, quick. I'm like, I don't understand why KK Timpson is just out of the rotation. I don't, like, I genuinely don't know how KK managed to play her way out of the rotation. and Dantas somehow managed to play her way into the rotation. KK's had as many good games as Dantas this year. She's younger, she's going to be better, she's athletic. And it's just it's a bad matchup. Late on in that game, honestly, it looked like the Fever were doing everything they could to throw it away. But at the same time, as long as you get a win, it is what it is. If you're asking me again who the best player for the Indiana Fever was today, I'm going Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham was the most impactful player. I thought her defense was more than solid. I thought that she shot the ball obviously unbelievably well. She hit a lot of timely shots. And Ari McDonald, it's not a specific thing with people saying like that Ari and Natasha Howard don't like passing her the ball. But they just don't like passing it east-west. Like, they don't ever like passing it east-west. They don't like kicking to corners. They don't like passing it to the wings. Whereas they like to pass north-south, a lot of dump-down passes. That's where Ari gets 90% of her assists. And that's basically it when it comes to Sophie. All around, like, I do think this was a big win, and being able to win when you are doing everything you can to lose is normally the sign of a good team. Good teams can win playing good basketball and can win ugly. And the Indiana Fever, without Caitlin Clark, more often than not, they win ugly. And in games when the Fever win ugly, a lot of the time it's Natasha Howard. A lot of the winning ugly games are decided by Natasha Howard. So I have to say, Natasha Howard really, really did. She did her job today. She absolutely did her job today. And I don't think anyone can criticize her at all. And look, Sophie Cunningham has been horrific. Or say not Sophie Cunningham. Kelsey Mitchell's been horrific 2 of the last 3. But she was unbelievable up until 2 of the last 3. So I'm not going to be out here. Talking about Kelsey Mitchell as like a negative thing. This was just a horrific game from her, and she's done too much this season. What she has done now is she's probably put herself completely out of all W first team conversations, and she's back into is she an all WNBA second team player, or is she just on the bubble like last year? I think that's a question. However, I'm still going to say it. I think she still is second team. I think she's still second team. And like, wow, no one on the Fever hit a 3 other than Sophie Cunningham. That is actually a crazy statistic. That Sophie Cunningham is the only player on the Indiana Fever to hit a 3-point shot. But yeah, at the end of the day, look, a good game, a good win, and they were able to win ugly, which is huge, which is absolutely huge.